Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of Marseille with an exclusive look at what's coming up in Plus Belle La Vie, Encore Plus Belle episode 456. Plus, we've got some amazing insights from David Bayat himself, who plays Jawad. So, if you don't want any spoilers, this is your last chance to look away. Ready? Let's get started. The biggest question on everyone's mind is, will Ariane and Jawad become parents? The episode kicks off with Aya, Jawad's sister, absolutely over the moon at the thought of becoming an aunt. But her joy is short-lived when Jawad reveals that Ariane is planning to terminate the pregnancy. Jawad is heartbroken, admitting to Aya that he truly regrets not having the chance to be a father. Aya, ever the supportive sister, urges him to open up to Ariane, asking, "Can you just tell her how you feel?" Later, we find them at the hospital, where Ariane is scheduled for a surgical abortion. In a quiet moment before the procedure, Ariane asks Jawad how he's really feeling. But he holds back, lying to himself as much as to her, saying, it wouldn't be reasonable to keep the child. He lists all the logical reasons: they argue all the time, they're not officially a couple, they don't even live together. But then, in a stunning twist, Ariane looks at him and says, "Since when have we ever been reasonable, you and I?" She kisses him and asks him to take her far away from the hospital. So, does this mean they're keeping the baby? The suspense is killing us. Now, let's hear from the man himself, David Bayat. In a recent interview, he sheds light on Jawad's complex feelings. When asked why Jawad fell for Ariane, David says it's her fiery spirit. They have this cat-and-mouse dynamic, but Jawad quickly realized his feelings were real. David even jokes that Jawad turned into a mopey teenager when she broke up with him, talking about her to everyone. It's that raw emotion that makes their connection so powerful. David also revealed that the on-screen chemistry between him and Lola Merwa, who plays Ariane, was something they noticed early on, even back in the final episodes of the original series. They started playing with this teasing, bickering dynamic, which likely inspired the writers to develop their love story. It started out light, but gradually evolved into something much deeper. He admits he was surprised by the direction, joking it's like Stockholm Syndrome for his bad boy character to fall for a cop. But as he says, in life, anything is possible. So, how did Jawad react when he finally learned Ariane was pregnant? According to David, Jawad wasn't angry at her. Instead, he tried to understand why she kept it a secret. He questioned himself, wondering what he did wrong to make her feel like she couldn't trust him. David explains, he tries to understand why she wasn't comfortable enough to talk to him about it. He feels more sorry for her, that she felt she had to carry this burden alone. He doesn't see it as a betrayal. David points out that his character has matured. A younger Jawad might have exploded, feeling betrayed and ignored. But now, he's older, wiser, and ready to face this kind of dilemma. This is the first time he's ever faced the prospect of fatherhood, and he's approaching it with a newfound understanding. We saw that raw emotion during the ultrasound scene, a moment David says was a pleasure to play. He felt that after weeks of his character being in a depressive slump, this was the moment where he could finally say, "Ah, at last," and embrace a new beginning. When Jawad asks Ariane to let him be a part of it, it's a turning point. As David puts it, they're starting over because a new life is beginning for them. He completely reveals his feelings to her, so he's ready. He loves her, he wants to spend his life with her, and he's ready to face this with her. It's a beautiful and emotional reset for their relationship. Meanwhile, other dramas are unfolding in the Mistral. The situation is getting tense for Jennifer. A man from the penitentiary service, Benoit Chabrol, shows up unannounced at the apartment to check on Louis's living situation. When he sees Jennifer leaving, he jumps to the conclusion that Louis, Barbara, and Jennifer are in a throuple. He insists on knowing every detail of their lives, making everyone extremely uncomfortable. Later, Barbara tries to confide in Luna about Jennifer's crush, but Luna seems strangely troubled and uninterested. What is she hiding? At the same time, Louis meets with his lawyer, Maître Butterly. She reassures him that the inspector's visit is actually a good sign, meaning his release might be imminent. But then, she places her hand on his, a gesture that doesn't go unnoticed by Thomas. You can bet he's going to tell Barbara what he saw. Over at the police station, the investigation into Basile Dupart's death is heating up. The police are trying to find a link between Basile and the residents of the Massalia residence. Boer, Patrick, and Idris suspect there's an accomplice involved. Their search leads them to Apollin's room, where they find a forced window, convincing them the killer used it to enter. The investigation takes another turn when they discover Basile's full name was Basile Maximilien Dupart and that he had a mastermind who knows Morgan, Laura, Jules, and Vadim. Patrick immediately connects the dots to Philippe Delmas, the police academy coach. Is he the one pulling the strings? At that exact moment, we see a man in a fake doctor's coat at the hospital. Could it be Delmas, getting ready to make his next move? And speaking of the hospital, there's a glimmer of hope. Laura finally wakes up, much to her sister Morgan's relief. It's a touching moment of reunion. And finally, a quick update on David Bayet's other projects. He's currently filming an adaptation of The Mystery of the Yellow Room alongside Benjamin Baroche and Michel Bernier. He's also working on a series for Arte called Fertile, written by Anaïs Fabre, who plays Audrey in Plus Belle la Vie. It sounds like a fantastic dark comedy about a woman who tries to boost her fertility by eliminating her enemies. We can't wait to see him in these new roles. That's all the spoilers we have for you today. What a whirlwind of an episode. What do you think will happen with Ariane and Jawad? And who is the real mastermind behind the attacks? Let me know all your theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.